Hi guys, it's DS Cubes, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you my cube collection. Over the course of 2 years, I have accumulated about 39 puzzles. And that is my entire cube collection right there. And I'll just go through the story. So, 2 years ago, on this exact day, December 4th, I got my first Rubik's Cube. And it took me 2 months to learn how to solve it. But I eventually got really good, and I started getting better and better and got more and more cubes until now, which I have 39 puzzles, and I can solve the 3x3 in 15 seconds. So, there really wasn't a lot to this video except for my cube collection. And so I'll just give a brief walkthrough. So that was a thing that fell down on the stand that I'm using to film. That's okay though. So I'll just get into it. So first I'll do 3x3. I'll be doing the 3x3 cubes. Just get my camera. 3x3s first in this big pile. And then 2x2s. I have 5 2x2s, 14 3x3s, 3 4x4s, 2 5x5, 2 5x5s, 3 square ones, 2 cubes, and 2 Megaminxes, and 2 Pyraminxes, one which isn't really a Pyraminx because it has the edges out, and 1 Magic, 1 cube that is, so this is all the miscellaneous stuff. I'll get into this later, but yeah, so pretty excited to shoot this video. I've been waiting a long time. Oh yeah, and I don't have a 6x6 or a 7x7, but I'm hoping to get one from Christmas. So I'll just put my camera back on the stand, and there we go. Okay, first is my main 3x3, the Moyu GTS 2M. So this is my main 3x3. I've had it for about 4 months. 4 months, yeah. And yeah, so it's my main. It's magnetic, and it's the best cube, in my opinion, the best 3x3 on the market. So after every cube, I'll put it right there. Raise my stand a little higher. There we go. And this is my second cube. This is the Chi Big Sail, which is 60 centimeters, 60 millimeters. And I got this in July. And I use it for my feet solving, which I don't really do a lot of, but that's okay. And this is a really bad Rubik's Cube. I added some lube to it though. Yeah, so I'm just laughing at something my sister said. It's alright though. But I sold this from my teacher. I don't really want her knowing about it though. And it's just kind of bad because it's a Rubik's brand. It's a really old one. It's You Can Do the Rubik's Cube. It's one of those ones from like the 90s or something. But that's all right. I'll just get my next cube. This is the stickerless Chi Thunderclap 3x3. So this was a lot of people's mains for a long time. And it was my main at one point. But this is my backup main cube. And yeah, so that's all for this one. And I actually traded this with my friend. So that's where I got that one. This is the next cube. This is the Cyclone Boys 3x3. I think I traded this with my only cubing friend that I can talk to regularly. He lives in my neighborhood. His name's Zan. His channel is Mr. Cuber. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. But there's really not much I can say to this cube except that I got it from him. So it's not really all that great. But yeah, that was that cube. We'll go on to the next one. This is the MF3RS. So this is, a lot of people say it's the best. It's one of the best, if not the best, budget 3x3. But the MF3RS2 just came out. That's really hard to say. And that is a lot better than this one because this one catches a lot. I got it at, it's called Hendersonville, and I traded it for my Qi Scube. So I'll just get on with the 3x3. So this is the Cubicle Oolong version 2 with the not so bright blue, or the bright blue, not the dark blue. And I also got this from my friend for $26 like a year ago, I think. And most of these 3x3s that I've had have been my main at one point. And this is a cube that's been in my collection since the beginning. This is a Shangshao 3x3 V1 that I got in the Amazon Shangshao 2x2 through 5x5 set. And it was my first quote-unquote speed cube, but it's not even a speed cube. It's just too bad to be a speed cube. But I remember I got my first sub 1 single on this cube, as well as first sub 40 single. And this was my main for like 3 months. Just put this one aside. The stack's getting quite tall. But now is other 3x3s. So I have 13 3x3s, so it's going to take quite a long time to get. And the video will probably be like 20 minutes or more. But this is the Qi Mofengi Volk 3M. So I magnetized this myself with the Speed Cube Shop magnetic kit. And if you're wondering, this video is in 4K on my 6S. That's what I'm shooting it with. And in case you were also wondering, I use no editing tools whatsoever. So I have to shoot this all in one take, or else I'll be screwed. So, and I also have a microphone. So I magnetized myself, and like 4 months ago, I think, in August. And the Volk 3 was my main for a long time. When I magnetized it, it was my main. But then I got the GTS 2M right there, and it replaced my Volk as my main. But I can still get really good times on this cube. It's still great, but it's just not as good as my GTS 2M. So this is my Yuxin Water 3x3 V1. So this is in the Elemental Yuxin 3x3 line. There's Yuxin Fire, the Yuxin Cloud, and there's a couple other ones, but I forgot the names of them. And this is the Yuxin Water. So a lot of people say that this is the worst cube ever or something. I don't exactly know, but it's really cheap. It's like under $5. And I again got this from my friend Zan, Mr. Cuber, a year and a half ago. So, and I never played with it, and I tried to sell it or trade it, but I've had no success. So it's just gonna stay in my collection resentfully. So the next cube, this is a Rubik's brand cube that I tried to learn blindfolded on, as you see, but I ultimately failed. And but the reason it turned so good is because I had a little bit of lube. So this isn't actually my first one. I got one, it was my first one, but I lost it, sadly. And then I got another one at Target, this one, like a year ago, I think. But yeah, it's just sitting in my collection, and I also used it, as you might have seen in my solving the Rubik's Cube underwater video. So this is the next cube. This is the Moyu Tanglong 3x3. So this is a really good cube, but it just makes that rattling sound. Kind of hear that. This was my main for like 3 months. No, 2 months. 1 month, I think. And I got it last year. So yeah, it's pretty good. And I just don't really play with it anymore. Stack's getting quite tall. But yes, that's all for that cube. On to the next cube. This is the GAN 356 SV2. So I got this a little over a year ago. And it's a really good cube. It's my backup main. Actually, I think it might be my backup main. Not really. It's my backup main. But I still use it. It's pretty good. And I've never set it up. I just added a ton of lube. But I think it's still a great cube. I mean, there's nothing much to say about it, but yeah. So this is the Moyu Huanglong 3x3. As I said in my first ever video on this channel, the Moyu Huanglong review, which is really cringy. It was like 7 months ago, I think. Wait, no, 9 months ago, I started this channel. And I already have 25 or 26 subscribers. So shout out to all my subscribers. But this cube was my main after I took my 6-month-long break of cubing and got into some other things like magic, card tricks. I even got into scootering. I even got into, what's it called? Pogo sticking. I even got into that. I got into a bunch of other things in that 6-month period. Last year was my break. And but this is still a great cube. I also got it for $20 from my friend Zan, Mr. Cuber. So a lot of these 3x3s I got from him. But that concludes the 3x3 part of it. I'll put all these cubes back from whence they came. That was kind of cheesy, but it's okay. So this might take a while. Just sit tight. Okay. But now on to the 2x2s. That was the longest portion of the video. Now all my 2x2s. Here are all my 2x2s. So I'll go one by one from left to right. Might see a little bit of them. Yeah? Oh yeah, I didn't. But I'm filming a video. Can you come back?
5 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes?
No, because you gotta go to bed because Mom said you didn't sleep well last night.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So you got 5 minutes, so I'm gonna start watching it, okay?
Okay. So that was a little bump. But I gotta finish this quick, so I'll just go through these cubes really quick. So this is my second 2x2, which is the Moyu Lingpo 2x2, and I got this before my first competition, along with 2 Along V2s that I used for my first competition last year. It was Alpharetta Open 2016, and this was my main for over a year. Yeah, this was my main for a year and like 2 months. So this is my most prized 2x2 and my oldest, or second oldest. But so on to the next one. This is the pink Moyu Tangpo 2x2. I got this at what's it called? Mountain View Open 2017. And it's really fast. It's pink. I got it from Sean, not from Speedcube Shop, or not from Speedcube Review, but a different Sean that's really good and stuff. Shout out to him. His YouTube channel is Sean Cubing, I think. So yeah, it's really fast. It's just one of my 2x2s. And this is the Moyu or Guoguan Zinghen 2x2. I got it in July. And it was my main for a little while. But overall, it's a great cube and my backup main. So on to the next cube, on to the next 2x2. So this is my first or third 2x2. My first 2x2s broke in a day, and I couldn't fix them. I couldn't put them back together because I lost the pieces, but that's okay. So after that, I got this Cyclone Boys 2x2 from Amazon. And it's kind of good, but not too good. It's okay. But I just don't really play with it anymore. But it was my main for a little while. So this is my main 2x2. This is the Cubicle Waypo 2x2. So this isn't actually a Cubicle Waypo 2x2. This is my friend Mr. Cuber again. He set it up for me, and then he sold it to me for like 18 bucks. I think 18 or 16. I got it in the summer sometime of this year. But it's been my main for like 5 months, I think. 5 or 6 months. And yeah, but it's still my main. It's a really good cube. And that concludes the 2x2 portion of it. Oh, gotta pick that up real quick. Now to the 4x4s. So I only have 3 4x4s. That's too bad. Stop laughing. Okay. So I only have 3 4x4s. I'll get through these quickly. So this is my first or second 4x4. My first one was the Shangshao 4x4, which I got on the Amazon Shangshao 2x2 through 5x5. But this is my second 2x2. I got in Malaysia last year in 2016 in June. And this was my main 4x4 for a year and like 3 months. No, a year and like 5 months. Until I got this Chi Wuchui 4x4. I think this was only my main for like a year. A little less than a year. Like 9 months. Or 11 months. But this is my Chi Wuchui 4x4. It's my main 4x4. And it's really good. I didn't set it up or anything. I just added a ton of lube and broke it in over a long period of time. And I have all my current PBs on this, including my 2x2 through 4x4. What's it called? PB relay. But it's my main 4x4 and it's really good. So this is the next 4x4. This is the Aosu, the Moyu Aosu 4x4. So I did have another Moyu Aosu, as you might have seen on my unboxing. Yeah, you can go check it out on my channel. So this cube I got from Zan, Mr. Cuber again. I got a lot of cubes for him, but that's okay. So he sold it to me for, I forgot how many bucks. But, oh, he traded it for something I can't remember. For a cube. I can't remember which cube, but... Oh, for my other Aosu 4x4 that I set up. So he traded this Aosu for my Aosu that I set up. And that was the first Aosu that I set up. The first 4x4 that I set up. But this cube is really good. It's just kind of sluggish. That's my backup main, but I might need to break it in some more. I just haven't yet. So I'll put these aside. And I'll get my other cubes. So now on to the 5x5s. I only have 2 5x5s. One 5x5 which I got a year and a half ago in July or June. I got this in June. And it was my second 5x5. But this is the Moyu Weichuang 5x5. And it's just not that great. But while this cube was my main, I didn't really do a lot of 5x5. This cube isn't that great. I got it off of Amazon again, which isn't the best place to get cubes. And it does this a lot, which is I'm not very fond of. But yeah, that's all for this 5x5. And this is my Chi. This is my Chi Wei something. I think it's the Weichuang. My Chi Wuchuang, that's it. My Chi Wuchuang 5x5. So this is my main 5x5. It's really fast. I got it in late July. And it's been my main since then, so like 6 months. Almost 6 months. And it was in my unboxing. I think, yeah, it was in my unboxing. But it's really good. It does this sometimes. But it has all my current 5x5 PBs. A single and average. I'll just get this piece real quick. There we go. So the caps fall off sometimes, but that's no big deal. But I don't really practice 5x5 a lot. I mean, I've only done 3 averages ever on 5x5 because it takes so long and I'm just so bad at it. But now on to my square ones. So this is my first ever square one. It's the cheese square one. And at the time, it was the best on the market. And, well, this is my first square one, but I think the core got stripped. So, and I just don't use it anymore, but it was my main. And it is the cube that I learned square one on. This is my second square one. It's also a cheese square one. It's the stickless version. I got a little over a year ago, like 3 months after I got this one. So, and it's still pretty good, but I think the core is also stripped. I just never fixed it. And it pops a lot too. So, I had this one for about a year. Wait, no, I had this one for like 10 months until I got this cube. So I made a lot of cube upgrades during the summer. But yeah, so this is the X-Man Volt Square one. It's, yeah, it was in my unboxing. So I actually got, so this is my second X-Man Volt Square one because I lost my first one at Hendersonville, which I explained in my unboxing video of this one. But this one is still really good. I mean, like, but it's still really good. It's my main, and I don't have a backup main, so I just have one square one, and I don't really practice square one all that much. I mean, I only know the beginner's method, and I average around 45 seconds. Normally sub 45. So now on to my cubes. So I only have 2 scubes. This is the Mouse cube, which I got a year and 6 months. No, a year and 8 months ago. No, a year and 7 months ago. So this, yeah, so it's been my main since then. I got it in March of 2016. I think it's a year and 7 months ago. I'm not exactly sure. But it was the only cube that I had for a little over a year until I got my cheese cube at Mountain View. But I traded that for the MF3RS at Hendersonville. But it's still a good cube, I would say. I thought about getting the magnetic version of it, but a little while ago, like a week and a half ago, I got this bad boy. This is the best cube on the market. The X-Man Wingy Magnetic Concave Cube. So that's a little bit of a long name. But it was on my unboxing. You can go check it out. It's on my channel. And but this has all my new Cube PBs, single and average of 12, and average of 50. But I only know the beginner's method as well, and I might learn the intermediate method. But I will learn the intermediate method. I will. But that concludes for the cubes. Now on to the Pyraminxes. Okay, so this is the Moyu Pyraminx. It's the not magnetic, and it's the only actually good Pyraminx I've had for over a year. A year and 5 months I've had this Pyraminx, and it's been my main since then. But I'm hoping to get the Bell magnetic Pyraminx for Christmas or my birthday, either one. And but yeah, so I know the intermediate method, and this is my first ever Pyraminx. It was the QJ Pyraminx and the QJ bundle off of Amazon. I got this a year and 6 months ago, and it was so bad that I just took out all the edges and called it the Pyraminx Junior. And but it turns super horrible, and I don't use it at all. So it's just one of those cubes sitting in my collection that I never use. Now on to the Megaminxes. I only have 2 Megaminxes. So this is my first Megaminx. It came in the QJ bundle as well. Well, I got this a year and 5 months ago in May of 2016. And, but it is, in my opinion, the worst Megaminx that has ever been made. Well, not ever been made, but on the market right now. And the reason I think this is because it's just so bad. The turning, everything. It locks up so much you can barely even turn it. So it's just really bad. And I don't think anyone should ever buy this Megaminx. And then in July, as you might have seen on my YouTube channel, I got this cube. This is the X-Man sculpted Megaminx. The X-Man sculpted Galaxy Megaminx. And it's really, really good. It's my main. And well, I have all my Megaminx PBs on it, and I only know the beginner's method, but I know 4 look last layer. But I really haven't been practicing Megaminx all that much in the past few months. So that concludes the Megaminx. So now on to my miscellaneous puzzles, and there are only a couple puzzles left, and I'll be done. But these are just the miscellaneous puzzles that I have, that I've gotten over the course of a few years. Or 2 years, to be exact. But where should I start? I guess I should start with my Magic. So this Magic, so a year and a half ago, I got for some reason I was really interested in Magic. I don't know why. And my family's all crowded around me watching me do my cube collection video because they think it's funny. But that's okay though. Okay. But to be serious, so I got this Magic a year and a half ago at Alpharetta Open 2016. And I've had 4 Magics, I think, in that time since then. I got it from this guy that I traded with for my Oolong V2. So that was an amazing trade. But that's okay though. And I just messed it up again. But the strings all fell out on this one. And but that's okay because I never even use this anymore. But it's just another one of those cubes sitting in my collection that I barely use. See the string? That was my sister, in case you heard that. But, yeah. So that concludes that cube. Not really cube, but you know what I mean. So this is the clock. This is the Owl something something clock. So this is my first and only clock. I got it a little over a year ago in October of 2016. And I learned the clock, but I forgot it a year ago. And right after I learned it, I took my 6-month long break from cubing. So, Well, I forgot how to do it, and it's super loud, and all the pins, so this is the 12 position supposedly, but it's not actually at 12. But it's just really bad and I don't use it. So it's another one of those cubes that's just sitting around in my collection that I hardly ever use. But and it's scrambled. But that's all right though. So that concludes the clock. So I guess I'll save the last one for last. The newest one for last. So this is the mirror cube, and it's the only mirror cube I've ever had. Well, that's not entirely true, but I got this with the QJ bundle off of Amazon a year and a half ago in May. That includes this cube and this cube, which are both really bad, considering they're from QJ and from Amazon. But, so I got the first one. I got my first mirror cube with that, but then it broke and I couldn't find the pieces. It broke on the bus. Some girl dropped it. I forgot her name though. I think it was Addison. I'm getting into too much detail. So this is way longer than I expected, but I'm almost done. And then that will end the video. But so this, I really like the mirror cube. I don't use it often, but I think it's really fun. And I've done it blindfolded successfully once by filling the pieces. Yeah, I just think it's a really great cube. Well, it doesn't turn too great, but I think it's really fun. So this is the Cuber Twist, the Rubik's Cube Twist. I don't even know what it's called, but I got it at Alpharetta Open 2016, my first competition, and it turns horribly. It turns like a tractor. It just turns really, really bad. And the pieces are hollow, and there's some ball. You're supposed to make it like a line or something, but I never figured it out, and I never even play with it anymore. But I lost the balls at the competition. But that's all right though. But yeah, that's it for this cube. And there's this cube and another cube. So this is the YJ Star Cube. So you can actually buy this now, but this can be solved like a 3x3, and as you see, it's one color, blue. And I got it in China when I went there in the summer. So it's just really bad. It's a knockoff cube, and it pops all the time. And but I only solved it once. It took me like 20 minutes, but it can be solved like a regular 3x3. So this is the checkerboard pattern. So all the pieces are different. There's no piece that's the same size or shape. But a piece fell. There we go. Hopefully nothing was harmed. But that's the checkerboard pattern. Doesn't look too good though. Guess I'll put it back. So yeah, that was it for the Star Cube, and I don't really care about that. I'll just leave it be. And who cares? I'll get it later. So this is the last cube. This is the Ivy Cube. I think I might have unboxed this. I'm pretty sure I unboxed it. But it's a really great cube. It's really fun too. And it's a lot like a Scube. But it's a Chi Ivy Cube. And Chi always comes out with weird, like the Pentacle Cube and the Clover Cube. Those are just really weird. They just come out with weird stuff. And the 2x2x3. So yeah, but this is basically a Scube, but with only 3 these things, corners. But they're really 4. I don't know how many. But yeah, but it's a really fun cube, and I hope other people would like it too. So this video is 35 minutes long, almost I know it's too long. But almost, not completely, 1 minute for every cube. But there we go. That concludes the entire collection. And next year, I'll film it again, but I won't go into so much detail with every single cube. And you probably didn't watch the entire video. You probably scrolled through it. But since it's been 2 years of cubing, I think it's time for a face reveal. Here's my face. My name's Dee Dee. It's my nickname, but it's okay. So hello to YouTube, and so make sure to like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section, and you can ask questions, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. So that concludes the video. Goodbye.